Hi everybody, my name is Taylor Johnson. Okay, so for my essay, I'm hoping I'm doing this right, but if not, I'm sure that I'll be led in the right direction. Um, I've kind of got like a outline of it, so bear with me. So, for the introduction, picture a young shepherd in 1947. He was looking for a lost goat in the jagged limestone cliffs of Qumran Desert near the Dead Sea. Bored, he tossed the rock into a small, dark opening in a cave wall. Instead of the thud, he hears the unmistakable shatter of pottery. That sound was just a broken jar, or wasn't just a broken jar, excuse me. It was the greatest archaeological find of the 20th century. Whether you view the Bible as a sacred text or a historical record, the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls changed everything. We know about how ancient words survived the march of time. Excuse me. Today, using the research and the outlining principles from our textbook, Stand Up and Speak Out, I want to share the story of these scrolls. These or their accidental discovery, what they actually contained, and why they remain ultimate proof of the Bible's historical reliability. Okay, so the main point of the discovery. First, let's look at how the texts were found, as James Vanderkam note his 2010 book, The Dead Sea Scrolls Today, that our single shepherd's discovery eventually led to an explanation of 11 different caves. Over a decade, archaeologists and Bedouins uncovered nearly 900 scrolls and 10,000 of fragments. Now, you might wonder, how did goatskin and papyrus survive for 2,000 years? According to the Israel Museum's Digital Dead Sea Scrolls project, it was perfect storm for the preservation and the essence. A Jewish sect placed these scrolls are jarred and hidden them in the arid low humidity environment of the Dead Sea. The caves acted like natural time capsules, protecting the ink from decay and outside world until the last rock was thrown in 1947. Okay, so the main point was what was inside. So, what exactly was written in these scrolls? That's the question. To be or not to be? No, I'm just kidding. Um, they aren't just one big long book. They fall into three main categories. From there are from biblical manuscripts. Every book of the Hebrew Bible was we call the Old Testament was found in those caves, except for the Book of Esther. The most famous of these is the Great Isaiah Scroll, according to the Herschel Shanks and his book Freeing the Dead Sea Scrolls. Excuse me, guys, because I'm just now learning a lot of this stuff, and I've been researching Bibles after Bible, different. I've been looking into a lot of different types of Bibles and different versions of the Bible. So whenever I found out a lot of this stuff, a lot of it's new to me. Um, in specific manuscripts and 24 feet long dates back to 125 BC. Put that into perspective. Before this finds our oldest copies of Isaiah was from the year of 900 AD. Suddenly we had a version that was 1,000 years older than any previously known man. The other two categories of the scroll included apocryphal texts and community rules that told us exactly how these ancient people lived, prayed, and worked. 315 and 415 main points, why it matters. This brings us to the most important question: why does it matter to us today? It matters because the concept of our textbook calls the supporting evidence for centuries. Critics argued that the Bible must have changed over time. The thousands of years of monks and scribes copying it by hand must be led to massive errors. However, when scholars compared to the great Isaiah, the scrolls in the from the Dead Sea to the manuscripts from 1,000 years later, they found they were nearly identical, and the words in the textbook speak out. The discovery provides a high degree of confidence and preservation of the text. It proves that the words people were reading in 1946 were the same words written down before the time of Jesus. The scrolls prove that the telephone games and the historical didn't break the message. Conclusion. The Dead Sea Scrolls are more than just the dusty fragments and the museum and the bridge in the past. We've explored how a shepherd's curiosity uncovered 11 hidden caves, how those caves have held 24-foot-long masterpieces of Isaiah, and how those findings confirmed that the Bible has remained remarkably consistent for over 2 millennia. The next time you open a Bible or walk through a history museum, remember that the Shepherd's Rock. It's a reminder that sometimes the most significant truths are found in the headlines of today, but in the echoes of the caves from 2,000 years ago. Thank you.